called CrewFire. And it's an advocacy and ambassador platform. And really, at its core, it's a tool that helps people launch movements. And so today I'll present to you a story of one of our customers here. And I call this How to Start a Movement. And the customer that I want to present to you, her name is Devin Mirsky, and she's the marketing director for a media brand called Prager University, PragerU. And they make, this isn't going next. There we go. And they make a variety of videos on topics around like economics and politics and policy. And like a lot of other challenger brands today, they're targeting Gen Z and millennials. And this younger demographic, it really kind of shuns traditional legacy media, and it shuns traditional advertising. And they're really at home and native to social platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc. And as we all know, that's where the modern generations are living, but it's getting harder and harder to reach people on these platforms. Organic reach for brands is plummeting, and PPC costs, like these bids for ads, are becoming more and more expensive. And so, you got Prager, like many other brands today, they face this challenge where they're getting squeezed. So Prager, you recognize this, and they realized that if they wanted to stand out, they would have to do something different. And what they realized in thinking about this problem is that the challenge actually the opportunity lied in the challenge itself. And you have all these young Gen Z and millennials that are living on these social platforms. What if you could harness them and mobilize them to become ambassadors and advocates for your brand? Because really, we realize that today it's not as much what brands say about themselves that matter on these social platforms, but it's what people's peers are saying about you. And so that was the idea that led to Prager Force. And the idea for Prager Force was simple. It would be a way for Prager University to engage their most passionate fans as ambassadors and advocates for the brands. And they just wanted to have them share their content, become the brand champions on social media in exchange for rewards. And so the concept was simple, but the execution was not so simple. You can imagine, what it would take to manage hundreds or thousands of ambassadors across the country, recommend content for them to share, make it easy for them to share it, track the progress of that content that's generated, and then issue rewards for that. They were spread out across a bunch of different platforms until they found CrewFire. And so this is a really short version of a tour of what CrewFire offers. But for the sake of time, I'll just walk you through this very brief introduction to it, where essentially, with CrewFire, the idea is to build an army of advocates. When they sign up to promote for your brand, they connect their social media profiles, and then you can see their profiles and how many friends and followers they have on each network. There's also a community portal built right in. We think it's important that people can connect with one another, that they can form relationships that originated from your brand's program, and you can really impact and affect people's lives by introducing them to other people. And that's how you build this kind of cult following. So after you build your team of ambassadors, this is where the fun begins. Through CrewFire, you can mobilize them on social media through different activities and campaigns. You can ask them to share content on their social profiles. You can ask them to engage with your brand's content. You can ask them to create content on YouTube, or create content on their blog, or upload user-generated content. And they do that work in exchange for points. And then I'll show you later, they can exchange those points for rewards here. So you can set up a prize wall within CrewFire where people can transact their points in exchange for rewards from your brand. And then we're also building right now, like probably by the end of the week, we'll have the first version out of an affiliate system where you can actually track conversions and attribute conversions back to individual ambassadors, and then pay them a percentage of the conversions that they're responsible for. And so, we really see this as a holistic solution where you can identify and engage, mobilize, and then reward your community to help you in this new social paradigm. It really is what other people are saying about you that matters more than what you're saying about yourself in this day and age. And so Devin, Mirsky, and Prager, you have used this to tremendous effect. This is a direct quote. She says that CrewFire makes it so much easier to promote the content we want to share and get it out on a mass scale. It's a critical part of our business. And by mass scale, we have some numbers here. I have a case study that you guys can check out on the website, crewfire.com. And there's a link to the case study right on top. But today they're managing over 8,000 ambassadors on our platform. They've generated over 110,000 social media posts through CrewFire that have generated a combined 50 million impressions. And today their YouTube channel is where their main content platform. They have 2.4 million subscribers and are averaging between 1 to 3 million views per video. And so they're a great example of how powerful CrewFire can be to really launch a movement off the back of brand ambassadors. So we've got great teams from a variety of industries, from entertainment to political advocacy to consumer products, all using this. And yeah, it's just the beginning. We're extremely excited. And so that is my shill. If you're interested in learning more about brand ambassadors or CrewFire, I'm happy to connect with anybody here. You can email me at alan@crewfire.com. We have a 15% discount for anybody that's friends with Mariana and Infiom. So Mariana, we can share that link. It's if you go to crewfire.com/Infiom, you can find that discount code. And yeah, I guess that's all for now. And if you're interested, I can take questions in the breakout room, I assume. Thanks.